Hello all. So welcome to the today's tutorial. So previously I think we have integrated the vehicle and we have created the class, and we were having some bug if I'm not wrong. So it was still here, right? And it was dancing. So today we will tweak some variables and we will see something about damping force. If you have heard of it, you must have used it somewhere. Okay, so first thing first, I was just checking some values, and for the spring force constant I am using 70,000, or you can keep up to 50,000, it will work. And rest length I'm keeping 50, travel length 20, and the wheel radius is 30. So check if this is correct, and our code was working fine. So let's come to the damper force. So the thing is, if you will only use the spring force which we have implemented in previous tutorial, so sometimes let's imagine like the car was going straight. Let's imagine this is the road and car was going straight, and in between something come up suddenly. So let's imagine this is the spring length. It will compress it like it will release something like this, correct? And if something came up suddenly like this, and if your spring was this, so it will compress drastically suddenly, right? So it might be a possibility that when it will release after compression, right, so it will give a huge impulse to the vehicle, which is not good for the vehicle. So that's why we usually use the damper force in the vehicle, or else the vehicle will crash if this thing will happen. So I think you have understand it. So let's begin our tutorial first. Let me open my IDE. Okay, so here's my IDE. So the first thing, what is the damper force? So damper force is the velocity. And what is velocity? The difference between the spring length, which was previously like in the here we will talk about per frame. So let's imagine we have like spring length this in the previous frame, and now it is this. So we will take the difference of this length and divide it by the time, because the formula of velocity is distance upon time, correct? Displacement upon time. So this will be the difference, will be the difference between the spring length will be the distance, and the time will be the difference between the two frames. So then we will calculate the velocity, and after calculating the velocity we just have to multiply it with the damper constant. Like in previous tutorial we were using this spring force constant, but we were keeping it 500, so I will just update it to 50,000. And see, here we are getting the values which you have set. So I will just keep the working one, and I will keep it as 20. Okay, so now we have a new variable. So I will just copy paste the u property and create a new variable called float damper force cost. Okay, so for the default value I will keep the damper force to 5000. It usually is the 10%, like 90%. You can just divide by 10 of the upper force. So just divide by 10, so it will give you the damper force constant. It is just the random value which I was working with, and I think it was working fine. So you can use the same, or you can just you can get your own vehicle and check like the damper force we usually use in that vehicle. So I'm using 5000 for now, and let's get back to the CP file, and we will start coding. So previously we were saving the spring length in this variable, correct? So to calculate the velocity we should have the previous spring length. So what we will do, okay, in the previous tutorial we were saving in the previous in this variable. So what we need to do then, this is our new spring length. So here I can calculate the velocity. So float spring velocity is equals to previous spring length minus the spring length so array and wheel arrow. So I will, if you haven't seen my previous tutorial, I will advise you to go through it so you will get the idea. So what I am doing here, velocity formula is displacement divided by time, correct? So this is our distance. So because this is the travel length which the spring has traveled from the previous frame to the current frame, and how much time it takes we will get from the delta time. Yeah, so we have got the spring velocity. So how we will calculate the spring force, the the damper force. So damper force is equals to spring velocity into damper force. Okay, yes. So now in the previous tutorial what we were doing, we were simply calculating the upward force and we were directly applying it to the vehicle on the four wheels, correct? Now we have damper force too, which we need to add up to the current upward force. Yes, so what we need to do is we need to add those two up. So here we were adding the spring force, so I will just remove that and I will add the spring force and damper force and we'll save it in the upward force, correct? And we will apply the upward force here. I think that should do the work. I don't think we need anything extra. I guess not. So let's compile and check if everything fine or not. So in the meantime, like if you have any doubt that how we are doing the calculation, or you need some extra explanation, just let me know. I will try my best like to sort this out. So let me check. See, now it's pretty smooth, correct? Because previously it was dancing, but now it is very stable. So today let's do one more thing, because right now we don't have a playground to test our vehicle. So what we can do, we can use some map, the car map, where we can test it out. And one more thing, it's kind of a very like close to the ground, so I can actually increase the lex length. Let's check to the 70. We can actually create the UI too. See, it's pretty stable and it's too smooth and it's looking great. So you can tweak with these values because these values are pretty stable, so you can use them and check different vehicle. Like you can like using the same code, you can also make the monster truck. You just have to tweak these values and this is it, and you can make the different type of vehicles here. Okay, so for the back for the playing ground, we do have these three core map. So in this tutorial, let's add our content pack and we will add the vehicle. So we just need this playground, nothing else, and we will, I think it will be a good idea if we will use this sound file of this class too. Let's add to the project. Okay, it's been added. Let me check. So in the level prototyping, let me okay, so this is the vehicle class. It is in the blueprint. So let me go to the map of the vehicle template. Okay, don't save. Yes, I just want this map, nothing else. So let me check this map too. Oh, this is great. This is the first time actually I'm looking at this map. These both are great. We can use any of them, but for the default I will use this one. Don't save, just go to the vehicle template, and what I will do actually like I usually like my things like pretty much organized. Right now I, I won't use any of them. So vehicle UI controller and all, so I will just delete all of them. Force delete. For the sport car, do I need anything? No. For the sport car, no, nothing from here, so I will just delete the whole folder. And let me open my default map, or else it will not work. And I'm just shifting these two map in our main folder which we have created. Move here, just press yes. It should not take much longer. Okay, this is done. So let me delete the vehicle template folder if I will be able to. Just okay, so first thing, just right click and fix up redirectories. Now it should be fine. Just force delete. In the vehicle sports car, we don't need any of these things. So physics material, we don't need. An off-road car, we don't need any of these, like content. In the track, do we need anything? In the level prototyping, actually we do need sound files. I don't know where are they, or I have deleted by mistake. I'm not sure though. Let me check. Media sound. Okay, that's weird. I guess I have deleted them. Okay, but we will add them later. But for now, I just needed those maps, so we will look about it later. So just let me delete it. Okay. Next is level prototyping. Materials, are we using them? Let me check. Let me click and try deleting it. Yes, they are being used in the map. So let me open the default map. Don't save. Okay, sorry, don't save vehicle example. Okay, okay, so those splines were deleted, but I just need this playground to play with. Don't again the FLC, so I will just delete extra things from here and there. Okay, force delete. I think my engine is about to break, but let's see. Okay, so we will keep this default. So go to the project setting and keep selecting that previous file. Go to map and modes and just check this button. So whenever you will open the project, it will open this map by default. And just drag drop that vehicle. Let's check if it is working fine or not. Simulate. Awesome, now it is working fine. And we can do more fun, like check, click on it and try to hover over it. See, it is reacting to these physics. Like keep it here and see, like it is bumping. See, so our code is like working pretty great. It is looking actually awesome to me. Let me do one more thing, like this check. Awesome, awesome, this is actually good. So our suspension is working fine. So that was it for today. It was pretty small tutorial. So just to like clear, like just to be more understandable code, like why we are using damper and why we were using the constant values from there. So in the further tutorial, like we will add the like maybe the steering or the like braking functionality. Just let me know in the comments, like on what topic do you want the video to be, and I will like work on that video. So this was it for today. Just comment me below if you have any doubt. please like and subscribe. Thank you.